What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, spamming 4 docks right away. His name is Kiluminati. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Hades. His name is Grassengroom. The map is Zelda. Zelda. I don't know if you guys are aware of this one, but Zelda is a really, really old game mode. Super old, super fun, super good game mode, which lots of new players really, really enjoy playing on this one because the macro is very, very simple. You just have to learn the build at the start. Every single game is going to start exactly the same way. So struggling in those games is not really going to be a thing after you just learn how to play. But it's really, really fun. This is a map that's available on Voobly. I'm sure it's available on Extended Edition as well. So feel free to go and play it there, as we do see. Well, very, very sneaky Kiluminati at the start of the game. Going to be dropping some walls at the very start here to lock Grassengroom in. But the point is, this one's a bit of a fun map here, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of strategy here, and it looks like both Kiluminati and Grassengroom are relatively well aware of a start here, as both players are actually deciding to not go for an early town center grab here in the sliders. Whether or not that's the right play or not, it does remain to be seen, as we are seeing the town center now going up for Grassengroom, which will allow him to get him access to the second age, and all of this food income is going to be relatively wasted if you wait a little bit too long to grab this one. But we'll see how it's all going to go. And it does seem to me that, I can't actually see for certain, but it does seem to me that both players start with 300 excess population, so the need for houses in this one is not going to be all too real. He's just doing the ultimate chemo walls here. Just one wall, 2 walls. You can go for a 3rd wall around here. But the thing is, it's Hades. And what does Hades have access to? Underworld. So these walls aren't going to do a whole lot versus that Underworld tier in the later stages of the game here, as Kiluminati still waiting to see him get that town center up, but it's not happening just yet. There's the villagers here. He's getting himself all of those fishing ships out. You do really want to try and get some extra docks up on these locations as well, so that you can kind of efficiently fish here. Essentially, maybe like 5 to 7 fishing spots per dock seems to be the most, to make the most sense. Otherwise, they're just going to bump into each other, and it's going to be really, really tough. And we'll see how things are going to go, but Grassengroom gets his town center up right away. Still no temple up just yet here for Grassengroom, as there he goes. He's probably got the 400 food already, given all the fishing ships that he's got out here. Not even going to start building a villager, just going to go straight to the second age. You can seriously rush your opponent here with like Zeus or Hades doing underworld shenanigans, but also you can do a similar thing with Ra here straight in the classical age, where you just throw down a bunch of barracks and make yourself a whole bunch of spearmen out straight away, and then shifting sands into your opponent's base, as Kiluminati says bing bong, as his wooden wall has been spotted here. The other thing is that the Kiluminati can drop a tower here and actually protect this really, really easily going forward, as we do see the Ajax is out as well. And Athena is on the way here, as so too is Tar coming through. Lots and lots of fishing ships have come out here. The question is, when do you stop making fishing ships? And it seems that that Kiluminati has decided that number is something like 25, 30, 27... 32 fishing ships, and it looks to me that Grassengroom is still slowly producing these, slowly putting more docks up as well. He's only got himself 26 fishing ships out, so a little bit behind on that production, but it's completely fine here. We do have some questions in chat about what's allowed and what's not allowed in Zelda. Now, it really depends on who's playing the game mode. At the highest level, I don't think that anybody is going to care if you use a rock or you don't use a rock, if you use shifting sands or you don't use shifting sands, if you use underworld or don't use underworld. So it's best to just ask when you're playing in this game mode what the rules are and just play towards the rules so that everyone has a good time playing the game. Some people just aren't as competitive as everyone else, and they want to be able to have some fun playing the game in the way that they want to play that one. As Kiluminati's moving across the map here with his laborer, as the tower is going to be coming up here. There's so chemo rules here, as the watchtower is up, and that's going to put a relatively quick stop to this aggressive expansion here from Grassengroom. As we see a whole bunch of buildings have been dropped here. The armory is up. Do we see Persine in? How could you not be rushing Persine here? Do we see the same issue over here? Both players. Oh, there it is. Persine incoming now for Kiluminati. He's a Zelda veteran, an expert of this map. As we see the Chiron going to be coming back, and Grassengroom realizes he's kind of stuck here in this location, as the citizen might want to drop another. I mean, maybe he can sneak out over here. He doesn't need to kill off this immediate this wall over here. Is the Chiron going to attempt to snipe down these units? The thing is here, what you can do is you can garrison the priest inside of the watchtower to get extra bonus damage, or even empower the watchtower to get bonus damage. As it looks like the wall has been broken out of here. Nice play by Grassengroom, not being subject to anything too absurd here, as Apollo is going to be coming through. So we see the armory coming down for Kiluminati, a very, very slow armory. I imagine he's probably got like 3,000 food in the bank, is my guess here. And we'll see if that's the case or not, but Kiluminati is going to be in a lot of trouble, as Grassengroom is already producing from everything here, ready to throw even more stuff up, maybe getting a second town center up to get some more villagers out. Throwing a market down immediately is really, really important here, because what you want to do is be the first one to the heroic age to sell your food to get more gold out, because if you are the second one to sell your food, then you get hit with the penalty. Basically, your opponent gets more value out of that market than you do. As the Grassengroom units moving across the map here, we see the barracks coming up for Kiluminati in the middle of the map, not really aware that there is going to be some potential shenanigery coming for him. We are going to see potentially this town center getting grabbed here for Kiluminati, as well as we see, yep, that food was sold there. As you can see, it's already down to 46, as a shit ton of food actually was sold. It actually means that if you actually are playing this map and you're on Extended Edition, like picking Noir and making that market in the Classical Age and selling the food early is a really, really big move there. Really big brain move. Not only that, starting a trade route early is actually not a bad idea, though in your base it's not going to be that useful. If you can get access to this corner over here to start the trade route, going all the way over to this location here, or even grab this corner here to start the trade route, wouldn't be a bad idea either, as we are seeing the priest being a little bit annoying over here. So those units, as all these walls getting dealt with, as now the rock is out for Kiluminati. He's going to be throwing down a Migdol stronghold, but he's very, very slow here in this game. He's got a lot of resources in the bank. Still no market getting thrown down. He's going to be a little bit disappointed to see that Grassengroom has taken advantage of that trade abuse there. As we also see over here, Grassengroom does have himself Persine. He doesn't have himself Salt Amphora just yet. Pretty big mistake, if you ask me, as we're now starting to see some Hypaspis coming out to maybe deal with some spearmen, as the Kiluminati rock is going to be moving across the map, looking to get some sort of a locust down onto his opponent here in the near future. As there's the market coming up, there's the Migdol stronghold coming through. The wall's going to be going down as well. I imagine we could see guard towers or something as Hephaestus comes through super early here from Grassengroom, as he is looking like he's actually housed here. So I was wrong. Maybe you start with 100 population excess or something like that. I don't know the exact population you start with, but it's not 300 to 300 as the houses are starting to come down. The Colossus coming through, more units getting pumped out here for Kiluminati. He's for Grassengroom here is in a really, really strong position. The thing is, though, that if Kiluminati can get to the Mythic Age here and get access to the mummies, he should also be in a decent position here to boot. Some units are now going to be pushing in for Grassengroom, trying to break through these wooden walls here. See what's going to happen. The Chariot Archer's just going to hang back here, taking these bad boys out. We see the Manticore in the back getting some big damage done. Big micro there by Kiluminati pulling back. Keeps his Chariot Archer alive with just a little bit of HP. You can see he doesn't really have the wood to make these Chariot Archers here. He's trying to produce them. He's really got nothing in the tank here as Osiris is coming through. There's no barracks really set down. There's not enough military buildings out for Kiluminati to be spending his resources here. The Colossus making his way across the map, not seeing any real usage of the Underworld or anything else by Grassengroom. He's just going to be walking straight into his opponent's base, destroying those towers there as best as he can. We see some walls coming over here to try and protect the docks here from getting taken out. As Kiluminati's just one Migdol stronghold. I would love to see like 3 Migdol strongholds or something thrown up here. Now you got to remember, when you've got fishing economy, you got to be going with extra. That's the big thing. If you're not getting the extra out, it's going to be tough, as we do see the Pharaoh getting garrisoned here, not wanting to take any damage while he's waiting for the Son of Osiris to come through. The Colossus now going to be tearing down this Migdol stronghold as the villagers coming off the gold here to try and build another Migdol up onto this location. But Kiluminati, I'm feeling very, very worried about the state that he's in here, as the heavy infantry is already in. The Colossus take this down. The Son of Osiris now gets clicked. We do have the mummy out, so this is going to be a possible defense here for Kiluminati, as Grassengroom going to be retreating back. But Grassengroom can now take access to all of these town centers here in the middle of the map and have a very, very large population advantage over his opponent. We'll see if that's going to be a problem coming through, but oftentimes with Zelda you can just spam archers and just hold a choke point for a very, very long time, as the champion infantry is in now for Grassengroom moving forward. He's probably also going to have himself the cheaper armory upgrades to boot. Yes, he does already have that, as the armory is getting thrown down. Sitting back here with all of his units, trying to push through. Kiluminati trying to be sneaky there with that low HP villager to get those walls up. Not going to be allowed to in this situation here. As the villagers pumping out of the town center, doing everything that they possibly can here to keep Kiluminati alive. But I mean, he is still alive. I'm surprised he hasn't gone for a town center. He must be really, really low on the resources, on the gold here, I guess. There's more lumber camps coming down. Does he have the upgrades here? He's got himself both upgrades for his mining and his wood cutting, but Grassengroom deciding that that's not even worth it here. Better to get extra town centers up. Now that's actually not a bad idea. To get the extra town centers first and then get the upgrades, you actually end up getting more resources than the other way around, I think. Tends to be the way it works. So we see a market coming up here for Kiluminati. This trade route here is probably going to net him just a little bit of gold, but I don't think he's going to really want to do that. I do think there's like a world where the best strategy is to just drop markets, not get the town centers, but just drop markets, spam trade, and then secure the corner or secure this town center over here and trade from like here up to your town center or something. If you can secure that, would be really, really good. You do see the market is here, but Grassengroom not spamming that trade. He's got plenty of units here. There is still the Underworld here for Grassengroom to use if he so chooses, if he wants to just teleport in and just take down the towns and take down the houses and take out this position. But Kiluminati taking his time here in this game. Now, the other thing here is that because this is a supremacy map, not a scenario map, the win conditions for the supremacy are actually available to you. So you can actually win with a wonder in these on this map here, which is normally not allowed. Normally, because it's a scenario, you have to win by conquest. It's the only real way. But alas, that's the way it goes, as we are seeing the Pegasus coming through, the rock flying back home. See what's going to happen here in the future as Grassengroom gets himself his second town center up, going for the third town center with that hero citizen. As we'll see him get a little bit more economy coming here. He's just mass chariot archers. The thing about mass chariot archers is that it's really good if you've got a choke point like right here, but if you can just push past that choke point, it doesn't really work anymore. Some siege works coming up here for Kiluminati. A barracks also coming down as Grassengroom just biding his time, waiting to launch an attack as the Pegasus is swinging around this location over here. That's so many units here for Grassengroom. He's probably 300 or 300 population at this point. There's no observer commands here for this map because Rebels Rising didn't put them in when he made it, or if he made it, I think maybe Hagrid might have made it. I'm not sure. Someone made it, but they didn't put the observer commands in. As the Pegasus just waiting back here. And it looks like Grassengroom might want to consider getting fortified town centers here. Is he grabbing that? Yes, he is. As the underworld passage does get clicked. And the army all popping out onto this location. That's so many units. As the mummy gets immediately sniped down, the town center over here will be getting ripped to shreds here as the chariot arch is very much out of position. Some more Migdol strongholds coming up. The elephants coming in here to try and defend, but this is just, is it full iron? Basically full iron. I imagine there's going to be an armory. Yep, the armory is coming through with iron weapons as well, as we see a 15-minute timing attack hitting here from Grassengroom with literally fully upgraded units here. I mean, the Toxotes aren't upgraded, but villagers coming through going to take this town center for themselves as well. As big locust coming in there as Rain comes in and he says that doesn't stop you from re-edge. Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Can garrison easily. It will allow a little bit of time here for Kiluminati to spam these mercenary out to try and hold here, but look at the armory upgrades here for Kiluminati. Full bronze, just a little bit behind. We do still see the Son of Osiris over here going to be holding for just a little bit longer there as the Locust is gone. We will be seeing those villagers most likely re-entering that underworld there to grab this town center or throw down a whole bunch of towers here if he so chooses. As we see all the Hippocon and hoplites coming through to tank everything while the Heliopolite destroying all of those towers. We see the Son of Osiris getting caught out of position here as the rock comes over there to save the day. Going to be pulling that one back. Illuminati in a very, very difficult position moving forward here. More mercenary cavalry are coming out. Probably better to make mercenary infantry out of that one and mercenary cavalry out of this one. But I doubt he's got the resources really to make that work, as Kiluminati does decide in the 16th minute there to tap out, as Grassengroom too strong with the Hades here on this map. An interesting try here from Kiluminati going for the early walls, but that would have really slowed him down in all honesty. And also Grassengroom smartly getting to that heroic age as fast as he possibly could to abuse the market there, to get himself a little bit of extra resources that is not named food, get a good trade value on that excess food that you get from the water. Really, really smart play here. If you guys enjoy this type of game, enjoy these type of maps, I'm not sure if I'm going to continue doing them, so you definitely let me know if you like it and you want to see some more action, some different matchups here on these special maps. But yeah, let me know. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.